All right, thank you very much, Matt. Well, big unanswered questions after a police-involved shooting in Fort Myers.
Gun, gun.
A white Fort Myers detective shot and killed a black man in his own home, and it turns out the guy in the house didn't have a gun. Despite protests from the community and questions from Jordan's family, law enforcement waited 5.5 months to tell anyone there was no gun, and we wanted to know why.
Talk to me, Jimmy.
Gun, he's down.
Wink News exclusively obtained this never-before-seen video of the moments right after the December 1st police shooting of a man at his home on Stella Street in Fort Myers.
Gun, gun.
Chaotic scene, and at the same time, laser focused.
Jimmy, he went down?
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna move to that window. Okay?
From the 1-4
We're
side?
gonna move to that right to that window Jimmy just went through, and we're gonna get a look.
They're looking for a weapon, but they didn't find one. Neither did FDLE, the state's law enforcement arm, which took over the investigation within 2 hours and confirmed in their internal report that a search of Christopher Jordan's bedroom where he was shot turned up no gun. Same with a search of the house and property. But 13 hours after the deadly shooting, FMPD put out a statement saying Jordan retreated inside the home with a firearm and approached a window displaying the firearm. That's not true, but no one told the public that until more than 5 months later, when the state attorney announced her office found the shooting justified.
Special agents advised they searched the bedroom and did not locate a firearm.
We brought in Wink safety and security expert Kristen Zeman, who helped investigate the police response to the Uvalde school shooting, to ask why investigators might have kept secret for so long the fact that Jordan didn't have a gun. What, if anything, changes the moment you go in that house and realize there's no gun?
Well, that's where we get into this is the push and pull.
Fort Myers Police automatically calls in FDLE to investigate situations like this for an extra layer of transparency. Zeman, who's also a retired police chief, told me those outside investigators could be the reason for that push and pull.
As a chief of police, I would be chomping at the bit to get it to the podium and to have a press conference, but I'm also inhibited by those entities that are doing the investigation.
It was almost like it was secretive to a certain extent, that instead of saying we didn't find a gun or we haven't found the gun, no one said that. So which raises suspicion of everybody.
Fort Myers Councilman Johnny Streets, a former police officer, had questions about the investigation himself. He admits a second agency can slow things down, but Streets believes the delay in detailing a shooting where a white officer shot an unarmed black man comes down to the chief.
You are the chief. It starts and stops with you.
We wanted to ask Fort Myers Police Chief Jason Fields about that, but he didn't agree to an interview. Streets told us having a grand jury examine the evidence to decide whether the shooting was justified would be more transparent than having the state attorney make that determination. The state attorney also did not return our call for an interview. But again, the shooting was justified, so did the investigators handle the investigation properly? Anchor Annette Montgomery looks into that coming up new at 7.